The Big O Belt Wrestling Podcast is on the air for a special Friday, 12/22, 2017, and it's a special show. Yay Christmas. And Christmas has come early because we had Faye Jackson joining us today. Two James and I
Hi.
are here. Faye, how you doing, Faye?
Hey, what's up? How you doing, guys?
Hey Faye, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So I got to know Christmas is coming up. What can I expect? Because the Nova Pro show is Thursday. So what can I expect in my care package that you bring me from Ohio? Should I mail you my Tupperware? Can I put my order in now? Do I have to call Mom Dukes? What do we have to do?
I mean, first off, who are you asking? Are you asking Faye or are you asking Farren?
That.
Well, Farren and I could talk off air for the public
Faye will bring
consumption.
you Faye will bring you cakes, cookies, and pies, but unfortunately, Faye ain't coming to Nova Pro. So, yeah,
That is true.
yeah.
That is true. And we'll definitely discuss Nova Pro much later because I definitely got some questions about that. But for you, over, I've seen it on my TV, on different wrestling promotions. You're out there in Ohio and the Northeast and stuff. You have your pretty busy schedule, and you're also a model. One of your many hashtags on the Twitter in your bio is hashtag F your beauty standards. And do you think it's important to keep putting yourself out there as a person? You know, not necessarily. I don't want to say there's no perfect, but you definitely have a different size beauty is beautiful. But how important do you think it is to keep putting that out there and pushing that message that your beauty standards are, well, fuck them?
Mainly because I'm confident in myself. Even like coming up as a kid, as a teenager, you're constantly told that you're fat or you're ugly or you're too dark for this or you're too light for this or you're not black enough for this or you act too white for this or you act too black for this. It's always a standard of something, and especially when it comes to, unfortunately, with women's wrestling, they do look at your face. They do look at your athleticism and they look at how you look. And there are some people that have to work harder than others. I knew from the beginning, starting into this, that I would have to work 3 times, 4 times as hard because the way I look and the way that my size is. But I wanted to tell people that I'm okay with how I look. So if I'm okay with it, then you damn well should accept it too.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
you screen confidence and charisma, and I think it's a beautiful thing, especially everything that's happening in the world today for women. And you're doing the wrestling thing. You're making a name for yourself, and being a plus size model is absolutely another great path to go down. I mean, when you look at some of the biggest models today, you have like Ashley Graham and Precious Lee, and I mean they're like. I
Killing
mean,
it.
yeah, right. Ashley Graham is the head coach for American Next Top Model. So I mean,
Exactly. And
it's
who would have thought that? I grew up watching Tyra Banks in America's
it's
Next Top Model,
exactly, and
and
she's not
she
even on the
never had
show.
anybody plus size. The first person she had was Takara.
Right. And she's not even on the show, just executive producing it. And I mean, that just shows you a lot of how far we've came when the main person, Tyra, can say, I don't even need to be the face. I have enough confidence in a plus size model to run the show and get great ratings to the point that we do get renewed for another year. So I'm just wondering too, with everything that's happening this year, and you've been once quoted that, where most women are a size 2. Do you still feel the same that that um there's really a hard standard in being successful in the modeling career now, in your modeling career?
I will say it is less hard than it was probably maybe 5 years ago, but it's still a certain standard too. Because even plus size modeling, they have certain critiques that you want, that they want. They want someone, okay, you're plus size, but we want you to be 5'10" and plus size. So someone that's petite like myself, I'm 5'4". It's harder for me to get into that edge of the game because I'm not tall enough.
Yeah.
So either I have to do what's like, you know, different photo shoots, but I can never do a catwalk because I'm not tall enough. Maybe down the road, maybe in a couple of years, that'll change where it's like, okay, well, as long as you're over a size 14, you can do a catwalk. That's fine.
Yeah.
But right now, only thing that I can do is like, you know, if I can do catalog stuff, I can do photo shoots and things like that. But there's a certain standard with plus size modeling as well where, you know, I can't walk in a fashion show. I would love to do that one day, but right now I know as a standard I can't.
I mean, it's totally attainable. You know that the sky is the limit. You've been published before, and your photos that you've done is absolutely remarkable. More to come. And it's just a matter of getting the right hands. And I wonder with that too, with with the photos you sell at your merch table, and as much pride as you put into those too. Does that also give you a sense of confidence when you can look around and say, like, man, I legitimately put in hard work for the pictures to come out there published and everything, when some people, sad to say, half-assed theirs just to be able to say they got them?
I take pride in the fact that if there's anybody that comes to my table and buy an 8x10, that's not just like the standard, like in my wrestling attire, posing, whatever, or like me doing a certain move. If somebody buys one of my actual modeling pictures and they're walking around the show and they're taking pictures and putting it on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook, like, hey, I got a Faye Jackson 8x10, and it's actually one of my modeling like photos, I take pride in that, because it shows to me not only are you looking at me outside of wrestling, like you accept my standard of beauty. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's powerful.
No, absolutely. So from the modeling front, obviously doing your due diligence there, but the people need to know, I mean, do we expect the calendar? Are we getting the mouse pad, the mug? I mean, where can we see your face? I have a big empty space behind me. How do I fill it up with Faye Jackson?
There are a few things that are in the works as we speak right now. Calendar is one of them. So expect not for this upcoming year, but 2019. That's definitely one of the goals. I've been talking to I would say a friend of mine that wants to do I think they're called like a Patreon account.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he's been talking to me about doing something where, like, one of my main goals this year for next year is I kind of, because of my wrestling schedule, I would at least try to do a photo shoot once a month, because I was told from when I had first started modeling that, in order to consider yourself a model, you need to do a photo shoot. You need to have photographers contacting you and do one at least once a month so you can constantly update your portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because of my schedule with work and, always being on the road and things like that, haven't been able to do it. But next year, I definitely want to do at least 2 photo shoots a month. So it's constantly new stuff being out there where people can see not only that, she wrestles, that, she can take some pretty pictures too.
Now, that would be one would think that your travel schedule would be a plus or a benefit to your modeling career, because you would be in different locales. I mean, you're based in Ohio, but you'll be in the DC area Thursday for Nova Pro. You'll be up in Jersey. It's okay. You'll be near Philly for the GCW show, and you were in New York earlier this month in the city. So some different locales for different scenes would definitely help diversify your portfolio.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a lot harder than you think, because wrestling shows can take a lot out of you too. Just because
there's that too.
Doesn't mean that I have to be there. I have to be there way earlier than 7 o'clock.
Absolutely.
What sort of persona do you put on when you get into the shoot? When you're in front of the lens, like, or behind the lens, or in front of the lens? What type of persona?
In front of it.
Yeah, whatever.
Just play, for me, from what I was taught, just play Beyonce and keep posing.
Okay, I was for sure Juvenile was going to be the answer here, but okay.
Dude,
The motto: you don't channel Juvenile.
I mean, you know,
how those will come out. They playing Juvenile, like 400 Degrees album. I
don't know. We need a break here. Okay, let's resume. So, the 419, Toledo, Ohio.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with it. Jamal goes everywhere, so I'm sure he has something to chime here. But what does it mean?
It's a lovely town.
What does it mean to be?
Nice. I mean,
I mean, I feel like I've heard it on either the First 48 or Live PD. So so I know Ohio. I mean, Ohio. You know, it's. I know a lot of good people from Ohio.
A few things Toledo, Ohio is known for.
Okay.
Do you remember the incident a few years back where the lady wanted some chicken nuggets at 6 a.m. and she got pissed off and she climbed into McDonald's drive window and started beating up the lady?
Yeah.
Had no chicken nuggets at 6 a.m.
Okay, that's
Toledo.
That's your alias. Okay, got you.
That's where that happened.
Okay. So that McDonald's got that restraining order on you. I'm putting the pieces together for that promo you cut. I'm getting this. Okay.
There's another major. There's an incident where the KKK had came into town to do a demonstration.
Okay.
It was the only time that the Bloods and the Crips decided to unite and tore up. Just to get after the KKK. That's another thing that they're known for.
Okay.
So it's a city of brotherly gang love.
Well, it's called the Baby D because we're like a half hour outside of Detroit. We're on the border of Ohio.
See, I was actually going to say that Toledo is Detroit is a suburb of Toledo.
Well, yeah.
Detroit more, honestly.
Basically. So everything that happens, if you're afraid of Detroit, then you need to start off in Toledo and then work your way up north.
All right.
I mean, things get a bit dicey once you go up 75 into Michigan. Things turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
At
the end of the day, that's a place that I will never forget. That's a place I was born and raised. Mm-hmm. That's a place that made me have a tough shell because moving out to what I thought was going to be easy, moving out to New York City and then living in Jersey, I thought it was, going to be easy in the sense, and I could quite honestly say that New Yorkers were nicer to me than living in Toledo.
Okay. So, I can see that.
Yeah. So
now, see, I would have said that. I thought that was the opposite because I thought, like, I've been to Toledo because I've been to the Mud Hens game. I need to go to all the baseball stadiums. So I've been to Toledo to the Mud Hens game, and I thought like it was pretty. I mean, it's a small town. It is what it is. It's not a lot like to do compared to like bigger cities like Columbus or Cleveland. Okay,
no, we started eating there. We do a lot of eating there. There's a lot of food places, but other than that, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, right. But I thought it was like a pretty chill town. I mean, I wouldn't live there because the winter sucked, but like, okay.
Yeah, but you also went to a Mud Hens game. Let's just keep that in mind.
Right, I had a reason to be there. So there is that.
Found it with.
Well, that is true too. I was told that I shouldn't go to certain parts of the city. So
yes, which are kind of surrounding the Mud Hens Stadium, but
Well, hey. It was a day game, and I was on my way out of the city by nighttime. So,
so you were good.
I heard that was a good idea.
My family owns a bar downtown Toledo. That's kind of, I would say it's about 7 minutes away from the stadium.
Okay.
And I still like my chances there better than Baltimore. Point blank.
Oh, see, God damn it.
I don't care. So yeah, so you put the 419 on your back, and then you resigned to where?
Right now, I am a Jersey girl. I've been a Jersey girl for like 8 years now.
Okay, what part?
I used to live in Plainfield. I mean, I used to live in Elizabeth. Now I moved to Plainfield. So
okay, cool.
In the middle of nowhere.
Go ahead and drop my.
Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. I have family in Montclair, New Jersey.
Okay.
I've actually been. I know Plainfield.
There are some nice restaurants there.
Yeah, the Wellmont, it's a good. It's a decent small town. But 2 James over here was born and raised Patterson Pride. So he's from near Patterson, New Jersey. So that explains a lot.
Yep. Would never go. I would never return.
One time I went to Patterson.
You said what?
The one time I did go to Patterson, it was to go to a strip club up there. And yeah.
Never return.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't see any numbers in my profile from that area code. So okay, so I'm in New Jersey, and I also have you down for so you work in New York City.
No,
I'm guessing. No.
Who said that? Mm-mm.
Okay,
I didn't say that.
I read this from an article that I forget where it was from, but it did say New York City. But you did apparently was frustrated with a job, which ultimately.
Yeah, that was when I first moved out to New Jersey, I took a job in New York City, and that's when I was living in Elizabeth.
Okay.
And that's what made me, and you know what mother's intuitions are always right, because I remember going home being like the big city girl, like, Mom, I got a job and I'm making like $60K, and my mom was like, is that what you want to do? She knew off bat. I was like, Mom, I got a new job, and she knew that job was gonna be hell and I wasn't gonna like it, and that's what made me go, you know what, I can't do this, and I'm just gonna go after my dream. Why not?
And that's absolutely the American dream. I mean, you were quoted as saying that you found yourself in tears and you really hated your job, and it was a surreal moment, that the fact that you knew you had to bank on yourself and have a career change here. And that's why we're in wrestling.
Absolutely had to. So yes, I did work in New York City when I first moved out there. I worked at that job for like 2 years, and the day that they told me that they were eliminating my position was the happiest day of my life. They had no idea what they did, because when they told me that, even my boss at the time, he thought I was gonna, like, he had tissues ready and stuff. He thought I was gonna be upset, and I was like, "Thank you
for my blessing."
I get unemployment too? Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Wish we could.
Can I just get that last check right now, so I don't even have to deal with y'all jokers anymore?
Exactly. They said, they gave me a severance pay and everything. I was like, they was like, I want to send this over to your attorney or whatever. I was like, no, I'll sign this right now. I'm done. Thank you so much.
And then it all kicked off there. I mean, you got the stress relief. You knew what you wanted to do.
Yep.
That's why
wrestling schools.
I mean, go ahead.
Just came across. There's not many choices in the New York area, and I lived in Jersey, so I was like, I'm not going to keep like going across the bridge and the tunnel back and forth when there's not really anything out there. So, I started looking in Philly area, and I came across the Ring of Honor dojo, and I'm like, hell, that's a big company. I can't believe they got a school. So let me see what this is about. And I started there.
That's awesome. The opportunity is awesome too, considering that you was able to transition and take off so good. And I mean, and I guess it's just purely why you're one of the biggest and most overest baby faces out there. I mean, when just pure happiness screaming from you, and you're able to get out there, you grab the crowd attention within a heartbeat. It's without a doubt. You came to Nova Pro, and instantly a fan favorite. Even your debut on TV, instantly a fan favorite against arguably a legend out there. And it's just,
well, right? Like, when I was told that my first match was against ODB, I was like, excuse me? What? Are you serious? Like, and then this was a match that was not going on YouTube. Like, this was a televised match. So I was already like just shitting my pants, because like this is not something where people just go on the internet and see it. Like, this is going to be televised across the country. Why? Yeah. That's the only thing I was thinking. Is like, why? Why are you doing this to me? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why you want me to debut this way. But, I'm forever grateful for that. That's something that I could always cherish and remember that, you know, my first ever match, like who could say their first ever match was on national TV?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Will work for a first match. I mean, I didn't see any problems with it. And again, the charisma is out of the roof. Like, you had no choice but to say, like, who is this? Just even a fan, you know, just flat out.
Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Like, from that, and that's coming up on this 2-year mark.
Yeah. Yep.
So Ring of Honor airs in DC at 1 a.m.
Jesus.
And exactly. Me and him were up watching it. And
no. 12.
No, it's 1 a.m. on Saturdays when the new show. They just added Sunday at midnight.
Okay.
But it airs at 1 a.m. or later if college football runs late. Match, because I was up at 1 a.m. Who is that? Oh shit! Versus ODB. Okay, this is going to be interesting. First match is on national television, and then you made your way through the indie scene after that. And that was, barely 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Is there a difference between knowing that you're going to work a TV match versus knowing that you're going to work breaking into a new territory or coming back for a repeated performance? Like, into those different type of situations.
I honestly don't treat it differently. For me, it's like, if I know it's TV, you got to give it your all. But, people are paying, I don't care if it's 15 people in the crowd. Like, they're paying to see you regardless. So you got to give it your all, too, because it might take one person out of that 15 people that go on the internet or, have like 10,000 Twitter followers. And they're like, you know what? We like this girl. Like, I want to see her in more places.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And that's all it takes.
Yep. That's absolutely the right attitude there. So, again, like, you took right off, and it's only getting better. You've already set goals for 2018. We joked about it a little bit before, and I'm going right to it again. One of the goals that you specified was new opportunities, which I chuckled earlier. I chuckled when I first saw it. It's just like, new opportunities, like, as a goal, like, this is coming. This is good as saying oxygen is in the air tomorrow. The opportunities is coming. But seriously, when you say new opportunities, what is absolutely the epitome of a new opportunity going for you for 2018?
I would say just stepping in to bigger territories. And even if it's the smallest role, like, I don't care if I just walk somebody out to the ring, because that's how I started in this business as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something, like, I will humbly always remember that. So if it's the smallest thing, is like, if you need me to just come out and walk somebody out to the ring, or just come out and do like the stanky leg or something.
Stanky leg.
Wow. Wow, we're bringing that back in 2018.
All that milkshake, and you talking about chicken.
Are you serious? I will bring it back.
Why not? Everything else is back. I mean, Tommy Hilfiger's back, so let's do it. Starter jackets are back too. Just saw that, so we're back.
Definitely copping me one. So
yep.
But I just want to step into bigger territories, because it's like Ring of Honor is, I wouldn't say that's the peak for me. And for me to be able to do that within a year's time, who knows where else I could go or what else I could do.
Yeah. It's no question.
Well, I think a good opportunity, though, would be, Stokely Hathaway has an opening and catch point. I'm just saying that, okay. I'm just going to put a pin in that.
She did say something about good managers, too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But
we should move on.
I mean, Kobe, straight from high school, straight to the league.
Okay, let's talk about Kobe, because I'm not talking about that.
It's the same trade. I mean, it's a great promotion to start off with. You get great recognition there. And yeah, the sky's the limit there. You've already crossed that off your path. Killed it. Met a lot of relationships and friendships, people you still work with nowadays. Sky's the limit for you. Other goals you had is new lifestyle changes. I'm interested to hear what are you more or less speaking about here?
Well, being, a big girl and all, I do enjoy my cakes, cookies, and pies, and I do like to have a little taste, as Pops would say, from the Wayans brothers.
No.
But now it's like I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting
Yeah.
out sugar. I've been going to the gym at least 4 to 5 times a week to like have a tone. I want a toned body. I'm not trying to be one of those girls that's super skinny or lose 100 pounds, even though I did put that on my exaggeration list, but that was a joke. But I want to be a big girl but look fit.
Yeah. And
yeah. No, so the gluten-free milkshake 2018.
Yeah, you could say that.
Are we going to have a McDonald's ice cream reference anytime during the show? Or McFlurry?
Oh, McFlurry? The machines are always broken.
Well, Faye Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, isn't.
The machines are always broken.
It's so. You know what? I'm gonna go off the record here with this one, but I said like when the app came out about being able to track which machines are working, and
I'm
everybody
I'm not that thirsty for it though. Where I gotta download an app and see if the machine is working today.
It's Americans nowadays.
Right.
Like I was like, what? Why is that even news? Whatever. Another goal you had is a new trainer. Anybody in mind or any specifications for this role?
Oh yeah, I already started with him.
Okay.
His name is Homicide. I don't know if you're familiar with his work.
Oh no, never heard of Homicide. No,
never heard of him at all. No.
Yeah, but he is crazy as fuck. But I love him for it, and he already told me that he's going to make me a killer beast. He said, "Fuck that milkshake shit. I'm making you a fucking killer. You gonna have bitches screaming." And I was like, "Okay then, okay."
So just so I have an alibi for this show, let's see. You are Homicide, Killer, Toledo, Ohio, Farren, and Veda's gonna get it. Okay, so December 28th? No, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely great goals. You're in right stride for it, and good things come to good people. So without a doubt, you'll knock these off. So we'll be talking in about 6 months, saying, all right, so what's the rest of the goals for 2018? Because you're clearly gonna knock these out in 2 months. So
God willing, let's see. I hope I can.
Don't forget the little people when you're super famous. Just saying.
I'm not that type of person. If you're with me from the beginning, you're gonna be with me to the end.
That's right.
So let's talk about this. Nova Pro coming up Thursday after Christmas. You and Veda Scott. Now, you already said the Farren's coming, and you already said "fuck a milkshake." I'm bringing it back. Now, my first question is, why Veda? Why now?
No. The first question is, who is Farren? Who is Farren? There is no.
Gotta ask. You don't need to know.
Well, I kind of explained that in the video where I gave Veda the warning.
Yeah.
I would say my teenage years were a little rough. I was trying to be rebellious.
Toledo,
My mom put me in private school all my life, and by the time I got to the 9th grade, I was tired of it. So I wanted to find any way possible to get out of private school, but for some reason it just wouldn't work. Or I was constantly fighting. I was constantly just doing things that I probably should have got arrested for until I turned 17, where they were like, "Hey, we will try you as an adult this time if you keep messing around."
The 419, baby.
Real people do real things.
Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, I had girls that had restraining orders on me at the same school as me, where my locker would be on the top floor and their locker would be on the bottom floor. We weren't even supposed to be on the same floor at all, because if I seen them, I would instantly just jump them. Because like them. It didn't take anything for me not to like you, because I didn't. It's not like I talked to people in high school like that. But if you said something that I didn't like, I would take a Bible and smack your face with it.
That's the wrong way to baptize somebody. I'm just gonna put that out there.
And if anybody hasn't seen that promo, step over to the Nova Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. It's about the third video. It has the parental advisory warning all over it. So put your kids to bed and put your headphones on. It gets real. Yeah. It gets real. So
it does.
A lot of intensity comes from Farren. We'll get to Jamal question 1 second. A lot of intensity comes from Farren, but there also was another alias that you had back in the day in Big Booty, Trudy, who also brought a lot of intensity. So I'm looking at Faye.
She was ratchet.
I'm just wondering, what is the dynamics between those two now?
Well, oops, sorry, I got a phone call.
Get it out of there.
You see, you start talking about Farren and your PO shows up all of a sudden.
Like, you didn't report today. What happened? But yeah, Trudy was just pure ratchetness. But like, people liked her too for some reason. But Farren is just, yeah.
Okay.
My mama don't even like for Farren to come out.
So I'm just gonna do my friends a favor real quick. The gated community, don't stand up, don't get all happy, because that's not happening this show. It'll be none of that. It'll be no milkshake. It'll be, matter of fact, Khalees will not be at Nova Pro for the first time this year. If anybody don't know who Khalees is, that's who sings the Milkshake song. So shout out to those royalty checks that she's still cashing in based because of Faye. And
hey girl, hey. I don't want to say you're welcome, but you know, hey girl, hey.
But yeah, to Jamal question, why Veda?
Well, she started this. When we had our match, it was a triple threat. I want to say it was in May, and it was her and Sis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, if you've seen the size of Sis and you seen me, it's kind of like, well, Veda is a non-motherfucking factor in this match, which we made her a non-motherfucking factor in that match. But somehow she got over, because I had Sis. But she got over. She stole it from me. That was supposed to be mine. And then from then, it's like all the taunting, like, yeah, I'm smarter than you. I'm quicker than you. I can get these people on my side to beat you, even though she has no friends. But it's like, okay, you keep trying to outwit me. It's cool. I see that. But now I gotta get gangsta on you. Like, Faye is cool, but Farren will fuck you up.
Noted. But I'm looking over your time here in Nova Pro, and you got some victories in a tag team match with you and Jordan Grace.
Yeah, but I still ain't touch her. I ain't get to touch her.
Yeah, okay, so that happened.
And to note too, in that match too, you also beat an Alley Cat who's teaming up with Veda, who you'll be seeing Alley Cat again at the end of this month as well.
Yeah, which I noted also on Twitter that I guess I just have to stay hardcore for 2 days.
Keep it all the way turned up.
Really?
Break the knob.
Especially at GC. That's what they're known for, so I'm just saying.
But with Veda specifically, though, she's kind of got the better of you. Obviously, we remember the Survivor Series match, for the tag match with you and Isaiah, Booty and the Beast. Still waiting on my Booty and the Beast shirt. Just saying.
Yeah, against your favorite guy, Stokey Hathaway, doppelganger Chuck Taylor.
They cousins, man. They cousins.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. We're never going to mention that name again on here.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
Stokely Hathaway's cousin.
Yeah.
Also
But
blocked on Twitter.
But yeah, 11th dimension, as you were saying.
Yeah, because I know you're watching like a stalker that you are.
But
so it gets down to brass tacks. You versus Veda, and there's nothing anything a damn soul can do about it in that building from you allegedly whooping her ass all across the Annandale, Virginia.
It is a street fight at that.
But what if you lose? What if you come down? You made the promos. We've heard everything. How? Some way, by some miracle, she has Jesus, Allah, and Buddha on her side, and she gets out the win. Then what do you do?
That's not happening.
Okay. You will win. The 28th.
She has nobody on her side this time. She has nobody that will be in her corner this time. She has nowhere to run.
This is true.
Now, I know that Farren and Faye are not the same. Is it possible that Farren maybe a very game Veda Scott?
Well, first off, since Farren is showing up, you better hope I don't beat the soul out of her.
Okay. So there is a slight chance of soul stealing.
I know we're at a fire department, and I clearly don't give a shit. So even if the police station is next door, if I gotta get arrested, so be it. It'll be a cute mugshot. I'm ready.
Okay, so check your Instagram for the cutest mugshot ever.
Veda has 9 lives. I'm very
and Veda will come out with a -2.
And then there's that. So I thought Jamal was going here with it, but Lufisto actually pretty much compromised Team Faye's victory in the 11th dimension.
Yeah.
She spazzed out, turned her back on you. There's that. And then ultimately Alley Cat wins it for Team Veda. There's a lot of vendetta to make here. I mean, your team, Team Faye, had the all-stars. I mean,
we did.
Yeah,
Which,
I mean,
I tell Jordan, control your mentor, because I had you to reach out to her because that's your mentor. Just like I reached out to mine. Me and Yum is my mentor, so of course that was the first person I'm gonna reach out to. But now Lufisto had a problem. Well, it will be. If she wants something, come bring it too. After I get done beating Veda's ass, I can beat hers too.
All right, I'm getting the checklist packed. Right, so we have.
I mean, it sounds like you're going full on Cody Rhodes, and you got a list. I mean, you got Veda Scott this Thursday. You got Alley Cat next Saturday. Obviously, some beef between some uncooked beef between you and Lufisto that really needs to be handled sooner than later.
It shouldn't even be this way. That's the thing. It shouldn't even.
That's actually the biggest surprise.
That shouldn't have been a problem.
Right.
But now that's a problem.
I mean, is the beef is uncooked? It needs to be seasoned, and it needs to get ready to go.
Yep, and I like me some steak.
And I'm just going to drop the fact that Kobe just retired both his jerseys, so you're going to have to do it for my man, the Black Mamba out here.
Oh, all day. 8 and 24.
Oh no.
So, me and Yim, your mentor, the GOAT at that. It's a lot of GOAT references in this last 30 seconds.
I know, right?
What does it mean to have her as your mentor, and what have you learned from her? And obviously from everybody I know that knows her, we wish her a speedy recovery. I'm absolutely in love with her and Shayna Baszler's antics. They're obviously meant for each other. Just so funny, right? But yeah, definitely speedy recovery to her. But what does it mean to have someone like me and Yam, who's obviously every time we all get together, it's always fun and jokes. But what does it actually mean to have someone like that? So powerful, so uplifting, so skillful. The list goes on.
I'm absolutely honored to have someone at her level not only be a friend to me, but be a mentor to me. Like, I remember first meeting her. I always knew about her because, you know, starting off at Ring of Honor and Prince Nana being there, and he wanted this thing where he wanted to bring back the embassy, but they weren't for sure because the last person they had that they appreciated in the embassy was me and Yim. So he reached out to her. It's like, hey, there's a new girl coming out. We want to make sure that this is okay with you. That she, if we do bring back the embassy, like she has your blessings to fill your spot. And she was like, you know, I was maybe 2 matches in, and she was just like, fuck yeah. Like, I adore her. She reached out to me. And, you know, you don't expect that out of someone. At that time, she was Jade on TNA. You don't expect that.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, hey, like, hey, girl, hey.
Yeah.
That's not something I expected. But ever since then, it's like, you know, she has given me so much wisdom, so much advice on just like this business in general. Like, you know, just the ins and outs of being protective of yourself, being protective of other people, being a good person, being humble, being loyal, like all those things she has talked to me about. And, you know, if there are situations that you do end up in, you know, be the adult in the situation, get yourself out of that situation, move on, create a better life for yourself. So, like for Mia, just to take me up under her wing, I humbly appreciate that because she didn't have to.
Yeah, it's absolutely a really humbling thing to call the two of you friends. I mean, it's always powerful to be between y'all. So it's fun as well too, but it's always something to be learned. And you two absolutely got some of the biggest hearts out there in the world. So again, speedy recovery.
I thank you. She thanks you as well.
Did she what?
She will thank you as well.
I mean, she makes an impact wherever she wrestles. Ha
ha ha! But she does though.
Yeah, she does. Jamal hates puns, so I had to do that.
I absolutely fucking hate him. Right now. Absolutely hate him.
Shout out to my man Hootie. Hootie and those impact guys.
Love that album.
So yeah, again, I mean, we got Faye Jackson versus Veda Scott in a street fight. That's going to be at Such Great Heights, Nova Pro Wrestling at the Annandale Volunteer Fire Department. That is coming to you next Thursday, December 28th, streaming live on Powerbomb.tv. This time I got the promo code right. It is Nova Pro. Use that use that promo code to get 20 days for free. So there you go. No excuse. No excuse. It's gonna be one heck of a show. Moving on to your next show that you got this year, because you're ending the year off right.
Yeah, right.
You are facing now. I have a few questions about this. First of all, let's get into this. You'll be at GCW December 30th. You will be facing Alley Cat. You face Alley Cat again, where you beat her and Veda Scott back at Nova Pro at High Fidelity, and then Alley Cat actually won the Survivor Series match at 11th Dimension representing Team Veda. Now, Alley Cat has definitely been making some noise or some purrs, should we say, on the scene. Yeah. She's absolutely she's taken off. Now, it's funny that earlier you was mentioning food, and Alley Cat loves food. Now, I don't know this personally, but everybody know that that's around her. Mike has even said that she loves the Ashley seen her on the Snack Society video, and they was like kind of like asking in like comments, and it was just like, I'm just eating, so just leave me alone type of thing. Wonder if you guys have ever, like, considering that you're gonna be at GCW and we know the reputation that means, do you guys actually just put this to a side and maybe dish away for a good meal?
I mean, yeah. You know what? It could be possible, but I'm actually looking forward to the match with Alley Cat. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, after I beat her, then we can eat some cakes, cookies, and pies or whatever.
She's amazing. I thought she put on one heck of a show at 11th Dimension. She's ever since I seen her at the Nova Pro tryout show, Life is Like a Box of Chocolate. I knew she was a star. She came in, fans loved her, and good to see her around. So that is going to be
one of those people where if you never thought about betting on yourself, just look at what she did this year. You bet on yourself. She came from Texas to do this show.
Yeah.
And now look at her.
Much respect for Alley Cat.
Exactly.
Definitely.
The match was 21 minutes, the elimination match, the Survivor Series match. And you know, that was a hell of a match in the end, between her and Jordan Grace. And I was definitely shocked for it to turn out the way it did.
Right, and just to speak about that a little bit, I mean, we had the very shocking elimination by you being eliminated as a team captain. We had the Mia Yim injury, and then
everyone was injured also.
Yeah, and then just a lot of Lufisto turning, a lot of stuff happening. We're still point right. You just didn't know what to make of it, but to see Jordan.
Let's not forget about the money being thrown at the beginning.
Oh.
Yes.
I have to say they made that trip from Baltimore and they completely. First of all, that was so funny because everybody was like, "Oh wait, this is money," and everybody just starts screaming.
Yeah, like I think Brittany Blake, her eyes got like this big, and she said, "Is this real?" And then people. And then next thing you know, it's me and you. Just like, hell yeah, let's go get it.
Yep, I was very shocked because I thought it was the ones that the gated community were throwing out. So it's like, okay, hey, let's decorate the room, but the ring with some paper, okay. But then to look down and see those are actual ones, what?
He didn't even flinch again.
Then it broke out to a "those are singles" chant, which is something that.
Nova Pro, baby. I tell you.
Goddamn Nova Pro, man. Swear to God.
He didn't hesitate either.
In the future, I welcome that for all of my matches. I'm just saying.
I forget.
Some people, streamers, others, $5 bills. Just saying.
I apologize. His Twitter name's not coming to hand, but I mean, he had that Norman Jeans arm. Like, he threw that baby and the whole ring was lit.
Oh, what's his name? I want to say it's I think it's Rainmaker.
Yeah. Well fitting. Yeah,
but shout out to you as well. Thank you very much.
Got that. Yeah,
got that. My bra was full.
Before or after, because I would say both.
Well, it was full beforehand, but it was definitely. I mean, not to get graphic, but I was stuffing ones up under the titty. So.
Hey, we've already addressed that you got that. You got the mom deuce instinct. I mean, at the merch table, you pulled one of those moves. Me asked for some money, and you hit the. All right, baby, let me see what I got in here. I was too done. I was speechless for like a minute, so it got a little weird standing there for a second. I was like, "Oh my god, that's so funny!" And all of us.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be okay with this. Yeah, like she literally just and then broke changed for 1,000. I'm like, well, what got in?
Little something with them. I just this is my wallet.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you, but with so much happening in the match too, it's just really cool to see Alley Cat and Jordan Grace to bring it back into the squared circle in one heck of a one-on-one match between the two of them. No matter the win or losers, everybody won that night. So Team Faye versus Veda was absolutely amazing, but that absolutely brings us to the end of the year, all roads cross, as you will face Veda Scott in a street match. Ooh, it's going to be brutal. But yes, you do have Alley Cat again, GCW, December 30th, which is being called the Nova Pro Showcase. So that's going to be amazing. Putting on for Nova Pro, as you always do. And then you have, which I seen announced today, you'll be at Mega Wrestling January 27th in a match against Zoe Sky. Now, I saw a lot of buzz and chatter from this. Now, you guys are both Ohio natives. Can you speak about what this match means to you then? Because the reason why I'm asking is because I've seen somewhere you quoted about wanting to work more back in your home state. So, you know, sense of pride of always being back home. So what does it mean to face another Ohio native?
I'm actually pretty excited for this match, and I'm more excited because I'm taking that belt back to Jersey with me. Just saying. But
okay.
But yeah, I'm excited for that match. I love wrestling in Cleveland. It's something about that crowd. It just feels like home, no matter where I come from. It's like home is home, and I think people know that. Like even with me being from Toledo, like Ohio is home. So even if I had a show in Columbus or Youngstown or Cincinnati, like we generally that state loves the product because that's all we have. We have football, we have basketball, and we have wrestling.
Football. I mean, I know there's one team called the Bengals, and I think there's another team that has not seen a victory this year.
The Browns are boo boo.
No, I think she meant Ohio State.
Oh yeah,
University.
I'm a Michigan fan, so we can talk about it.
I went to Delaware, so I don't really give a shit about college football. But
I mean, I like Michigan, but Harbaugh's a little.
You know, you haven't seen the ships.
Harbaugh's a little hype to me, but I like Michigan. So yeah, Jamal.
So,
I think you was about to say something. Yeah,
I just want to say that we had our end of the year awards last night, and I named you as my most improved wrestler that I've seen this year.
Oh, thank you.
It's well deserved. Was that a point? Because I've seen you bust out some moves where I'm like, well, okay, she definitely has that in her arsenal now. Like that's snap fisherman suplex,
Michinoku driver.
Moves or, it's not just like power moves or those splashes in the corners anymore. You're definitely adding to your arsenal.
Yeah.
Is that a conscious decision?
Yes.
Just you kind of feeling yourself out as you evolve as a wrestler.
Yes, I want to be able to do more things that I'm capable of doing. And some moves they get moved out because it's like, all right, I've done this enough. And some moves are like, if they look good, I'm gonna keep them.
What is a move that you tried and really couldn't do?
God willing, but
right, because I need to see a springboard 450 in my life. Like I swear to God, I throw my whole wallet in the ring.
Well, you better ask Jordan because that ain't coming from me.
But what is something that you tried but that you couldn't get the hang of? I mean, like going to the top rope really isn't your forte, but is it something that you're what is the difference there?
It's not really my forte, but it's something that I'm still trying. Like even I had a 6-woman match in Pittsburgh, I believe. It was for Women of Honor, and I did a top rope crossbody in that thing.
Yeah, that was the Global Wars match.
Yeah, and that was like, as soon as I got up there, I just jumped because I was so scared. Like, as soon as I got up, I was like, all right, time to go. But the crowd liked it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's something that's one thing that like Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak and guys like that, get over because you don't expect it from them. Hit that springboard 450. I don't see how anybody comes back from that. Like, it's just in the show. So right now, it's over. We've done it.
Yeah.
There's no way you get better than that.
Yeah, well, Keith Lee can do it.
So you're definitely going moving forward. 2018, you have your resolutions. You have you got to get past Veda Scott, of course, which we'll see what happens next Thursday, and past Alley Cat. We definitely got some uncooked beef for Lufisto. Nova Pro aside, are there any other territories that you want to break into? You're looking to go to the South more? You want to break out into Canada more? Maybe the upper Midwest, Michigan, Wisconsin, where, Steve Faye Jackson.
I'm not picky. As long as I'm able to get there, I'll get there. I'm not picky at all.
That's right. Booker.
So there isn't. So you're not concerned like about maybe a crowd being more or less hostile or and being more or less accommodating towards women. Like how do you go about choosing where you want to work?
I think those are just like, you don't know the type of crowd you're dealing with anyway until you actually get there. So those are just like scenarios that you just have to deal with. Like there are some places, like I know when Russell's Circus was running, their crowd was extravagant, and they were on, I think, Twitch or something like that. So with that crowd, you know that you had to do extravagant things because that's what they expect. Or you go down to New South where it's more of a southern crowd, so they want to see, probably want to see more character work than anything. Like with me wrestling at CWF, I was there twice, and they love a story. That's something I learned off of that crowd. They love a story. So every time when I return back to CWF, I know that I had to be a milkshake for them. They love that. They like the wrestling, but they want to see, they want to see my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard too.
And I definitely see all the boys' eyes light up. Like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for this the whole night. It wouldn't be so. I do have a question, and you got to know who this is coming from. But our good friend Dennis over at the Square Circle Sirens, what's up, my man? He's tied up with work. Otherwise, he was going to just jump in. I was like, why don't you just come in and ask your question? But I got it for him. He texted me, let me know. But he wants to know. So it fades off this mentality of if it's fuck a milkshake, bring her back. What song is she coming out to?
I haven't decided yet.
Put it up for the poll.
Let's keep that as a surprise.
Yeah, I think I am. Like, I got a couple of things in mind. I definitely do have a couple of things in mind.
Okay.
Personally, I say no Vaseline.
That's a good one.
I'm just saying. Vaseline by Ice Cube, but
I mean, yeah, that's a good one. That's one that I've been considering already.
Here already.
So
I think Innocent Isaiah would be a good person to also ask for some suggestions here, because he nails it when he comes down to having to switch up his theme music. But
he's amazing.
Yeah. I think I don't know why I'm drawing the blank of the song, but Bone Thugs and Tupac. Thug War. I think that's what it is. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, that'd be my suggestion. But I think he might be wanting to go a little bit harder there. Otherwise, it's going to be crazy. So
I can tell you a few things I thought of. I don't know what I'm going to actually decide yet, but I thought about Cardi.
I knew it.
I didn't think about that. I thought about Wu-Tang.
Okay.
I thought about Bone Crusher. What's his name? JT Money.
Oh, you're handing out royalty checks now. Where in the world did you scrape that dude up?
Well, they could use it.
I thought about Ice Cube. I thought about NWA. So. Yeah.
You might be able to get JT Money to come to the show.
I mean, there's a Roscoe's around the corner. We might have to make that happen.
But man, I got 20 on this performance, man. Like, I'll be there.
He had some classics back in 2000.
That's right.
Absolutely. That's right. It's 20 years ago.
But
no, I mean, I'm hating, but no, JT Money's all right with me.
But yeah, so before we get out of here, for Jamal, do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm good. I think I know what this is. You know, if you're coming to Nova Pro next Thursday and you're expecting a classic technical wrestling match, expecting to see anything other than basically a hate crime,
Yeah.
lawyer, you don't do that because if Farren is coming, we have not seen Farren.
No.
What
Yeah.
the hell are we going to get? But it does, and it's coming from a dark place.
Yeah,
This coming Thursday.
Yeah, good.
You know, it's after Christmas. You know, actually, a great Christmas gift is the gift of Nova Pro because you know Veda Scott versus Faye Jackson is definitely, along with other matches. I mean, like the show's stacked. Like the premier match that you want to see.
Not to mention, too, it's streaming live on powerbomb.tv. Use that promo code Nova Pro. Get your 20 free days. You get the show for free. So there you go. I just ordered my 50 cent.
I don't care.
I just ordered my 50 cent bulletproof vest. So I think we're good there. I'll be well protected on my side. I'll throw Jamal in front of me just in case. I mean,
one thing I would never do is have any type of gunplay involved because my mom always taught me a real gangster would never need a gun.
Oh no, it's just to protect my chest because you might throw her as a bowling ball over to me. I mean, it's been done before, so
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, Eric Royal had to call him a hurricane because he just wrecks everything around the ring.
And not to mention, that's a street fight. You have Dominic Guarini versus John Kerman in a no ropes match. So guaranteed now we have 2 matches that will not be in the ring. So yeah, I'm gonna protect this little 160-pound chest to make sure that I can breathe for the rest of the night. All me. All me. I eat.
Well, you're grown ass man. You said 160. Okay.
I eat with the best of them. Faye Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure. You got to let the fans know where to follow you. And if you've just been under a rock and just tuned in and haven't been seeing us promote all day, like shame on you. But where can they find you?
Well, first, let me get my shout outs out. Hi, Ricky. I know you're watching. Hey, boo. Mike from Nova Pro, thank you for everything. Thank you for like taking a chance on me. When I wanted to do the tryout show myself, I hit him up and emailed him and was ready. It was like, okay, just let me try out. And he was like, no, I'm putting you on the show. So if it wasn't for him, y'all probably wouldn't even be seeing me. So thank you, like 1,000% thank you. And Stokely, 2018, go away. Thank you. That's all. But you can find me Twitter and Instagram, Faye Jackson 419. It doesn't change. You can find me on Facebook under Faye Jackson or Faye Elise, which is Elise. Either or, but you can just type in Faye Jackson and it'll pop up too. But that's where you can find me. And thank you guys for having me.
Not a problem. Don't be a stranger.
Anytime.
We'll be doing this more often. Also, too, if you're looking for Farren, look up that Ohio case search. And there you go. Just play.
You know what, though? The scary part is it may be something old lingering.
Okay, creeps, know your boundaries. Read the disclaimer. You know, don't be on that territory.
Ricky, calm down, man. We see you. We see you over here.
You got your moment, Ricky. You got your moment. She shouted you out, man. So, yeah. But Faye Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, catch her at her upcoming shows. Let me read down those one more time. You have her this Thursday, December 28th. Such Great Heights, Nova Pro Wrestling, where she'll be facing Veda Scott in a street fight. That will be streaming live on powerbomb.tv. Use that promo code Nova Pro. Get 20 free days. That's free. If you don't understand, that's free. So no excuse to miss that. I'm heading up to December 30th. She'll be at GCW, which will be at the Nova Pro Showcase where she's facing Alley Cat.
Yeah.
And then she'll be going into the new year, January 27th at Mega Wrestling, where she'll be facing Joey Sky in in the Battle of Ohio Supremacy, I'll call that. So that's going to be amazing. So,
the GCW match is in Blackwood, New Jersey, which is near Philly, South Jersey.
Yeah.
December 30th, 7:30 bell time. Tickets are $10. January 27th. 2 Chainz will be at WWE in Baltimore, but Faye Jackson will be facing Zoe Sky at the St. John's Gym on West River Road in Elyria, Ohio. That's near Cleveland. And that's megachampionshipwrestling.com if you need to get more info on that. It's opens gates. Championship versus Zoe Sky.
Yep, something I get to take home with me because I like gold, you know.
And now for all you rookies out there, she's Faye Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning into the show. Everybody that's been tweeting and all the support, I appreciate it. Much love. Maybe we catch you guys next Thursday at Nova Pro.